This evening on location at Baker & Sons, it's a tale of two sticks. One stick is just a stick. The other stick is an insect pretending to be a stick. We're here at Baker & Sons Safari Lodge in Tanzania, East Africa, on the beautiful Rufiji River just outside of the Great Selous Game Reserve. While most of the creatures are going to sleep tonight, this one is just waking up. This is a stick insect, a master of camouflage, a derringer of disguise. This fellow looks exactly like a stick. He has been designed so magnificently by his creator that you wouldn't know it during the day. It perfectly mimics its surroundings, and it has so many defenses to make sure that it doesn't get eaten. In fact, he is so good at hiding that not only does he look exactly like a dead stick, like just a simple branch on a tree, but he even latches on this tree and sways back and forth as if being pushed by the wind. He is designed so perfectly with instinct, so precise that male and female stick insects rarely find each other. And so they've been given a great ability by their maker to be able to reproduce without the aid of another. They never have to come in contact with another stick bug, stick insect, their whole life. You see, the stick insect doesn't live in colonies. It doesn't live in groups. It lives on its own. It's a lone wolf.
Lions roar, rivers run, and Maasai jump. They sing and leap and passionately protect their tribal traditions. Maasai wear hats. If it's a Baker & Sons safari hat, then yes. Bakersafari.co, the company store.
It lives on its own. It's a lone wolf. Now this little creature that I'm holding in my hand is together with all the insects that pretend to be a leaf or a stick. Not only are their bodies a disguise, is sticks, some look like leaves, but even the eggs that they lay on the ground, they look like seeds. And they place them in a seemingly random pattern on the ground. Now you see the ants come and collect these eggs, also thinking that they are seeds. And the ants bring the little eggs of the stick insect into their nest. They eat the outside cover for food, but the inside egg, the baby stick insect, is left unharmed. It hatches It pretends to be an ant until it sees its chance, its opportunity to escape, and then it runs out of the nest to live a full life. Now, a full life for a stick insect is 1 year. A very old stick insect, an elderly stick insect, is 1 year old. 1 glorious year. Another fascinating thing about the stick insect, it shares many traits with lizards. There are some stick insects that can actually change color, like the chameleon, and blend in with the surroundings, blend in with the tree or the bush. If we count the legs on this stick insect here, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's missing a leg. This is another defense of the stick insect. It can regenerate limbs. So if a predator grabs hold of one of its legs, it has a muscle that can break off at the weak joint of its leg, leave the leg behind with the predator. It shares many traits with the lizard. Shine on the giraffe. I'm going to call him Steve. Steve the stick insect. Steve the stick insect. Steve the stick insect. Steve the stick insect. Try to say that 10 times fast. Steve the stick insect. The main predator of these stick insects are bats. You see, we're doing this episode in the night because the stick insect is a nocturnal creature. It sleeps during the day, pretending to simply be a stick, and at night it wakes up to feed on leaves. It's a vegetarian, a herbivore. But the other animal that feeds at night is the bat. There are many creatures that want to eat this stick insect, but the one that finds him most often, and the one that probably took Steve's leg, is the bat. Now, the stick insect has a taste for leaves, but his family members, his closest family members, are the leaf insect. So if he's not careful, this could cause many awkward moments in the family. He might find himself chewing one night on one of his close family members, maybe his Uncle Stu, or his brother, his Aunt Filbert. Now, if a predator identifies this stick insect as food and not a branch, it will fall to the ground and it will lay on its back, motionless, and pretend to be dead, or pretend to be simply a stick that broke off from the tree. It's a very clever little fellow. There's one thing that distinguishes male stick insects from female stick insects. Generally, it's the males that have 2 pairs of wings, 4 wings. And I happen to know from experience that this particular stick insect that we found here around the lodge, he has wings. He can fly. Their body is generally bland, brown, non-attractive. It's not meant to attract the eye. But the wings, they're brilliant color. And so, as a last line of defense, if an animal is getting really close and his cover is blown, he will flash his wings to try and confuse the predator and to make him jump back. And then maybe it flies away. insects are among the longest insects in the world. The longest one measured 22 inches, and that's with his front legs extended, which is the normal position of the stick insect. So we're going to measure our fellow here. Ooh, 11 inches, but he probably tells his friends 12. 10 inches short of the world record. Well, Steve is going to have to live vicariously through the fame of another. So in summary, the stick insect is a magnificent creature. He's not a fighter, but he's also not a lover. He can spend most of his life in complete solitude, never seeing another one like him, never seeing another stick insect, and he would be okay with that. His main concern in life is just getting by, is just living that one glorious year. Here's to the odd and awesome and wonderful creation, the stick bug.